Okay, one of the things we haven't yet discussed, which is really, really important, is HeartPower 1. We've talked about the upper left, the right quadrant. We've talked about the lower right quadrant. We've talked about the upper left and the lower left, but we have not discussed heart center point, and we have not discussed HeartPower 1. And this is very, very, very important, because HeartPower 1 is probably the most important formula for people who are ill, who have actually got COVID-19 and are actually exceptionally ill. We need, with HeartPower 1, of course, we need olive love. We need, intriguingly enough, Superfit 1 and Superfit 10, gold and silver. And we also need HF1, have I said that already? And probably HF11. So it would be HeartPower 1 is very, very, very important for people who are very ill, elderly, the people who are exceptionally vulnerable. I'm finding that elderly and vulnerable people who are already presenting illness of the COVID, like terrible breathing problems, very feverish, very high blood pressure. This is very, very important. So HeartPower 1, Flower Formula 1, Superfit 1, Olive Love, which is the first and one, and also Superfit 10. So they're all master formulas. And which do we use for the lungs? We're going to make Moss Ivy for Malaysia. So the EDS, Energy Defense Support, which is actually going to be Moss Ivy, Malaysia Moss Ivy, which is, it's not going to take very long to start manufacturing. We're going to start almost straight away. Every single person needs it. I take it all the time. I take it when I'm actually going out to meet people or post office. I'm meant to be in lockdown because I'm going to be 73 any minute now. But I'm not doing that. But what I do, because I'm essentially employed, this is something that's really, really, really important. I need to say to you that ASA, the it's the organization, an advertising organization, who are watching us all in complementary medicine, making sure that we're not making any claims. They have said that we're not allowed to mention the word cure, which we already know. And I was quite anxious, so I'm a member of HFM, I was quite anxious about the word support, because I thought, I don't want us to be shut down because they're being very, very, very aggressive. Advertising Standards Association worldwide. And I spoke to the Health Food Manufacturers Association about the word support. And they said, oh, it is absolutely no problem at all to say, and now this is vitally important for all of us, that we are maintaining normal immune system function. We can maintain normal heart function. We can maintain, and we can also use the word support, and we can also use the word defend. These words, maintain, support, and defend, are all available to be used. And this is our EDS immune system support. So wonderful thing about that is that we can use this word support. So our formulas are safe as long as you do not make medical claims. We are not treating COVID-19. We are supporting our patients. We are bringing their immune systems back to normality. So we are supporting normal immune system function with our Moss Ivy formula. And intriguingly enough, we went to Gunung Mulu to look after the lymphatic system. And I still believe 100% that it is the lymphatic system that we have to keep healthy in order to maintain our immune systems, because of course the lymphatic system is the immune system. So the truth is that we must make sure that we care for our patients now more than ever before. And we are able to do that because vibrational medicine, whether it be acupuncture, whether it be Phytobiophyscis, whether it be homeopathy, they are all vibrational formulas, all vibrational medicine, which have the capacity to support the body to be able to cope with this new situation, which are viruses, which are electrical, because vibrational medicine is electrical neurotransmission. So that is absolutely so exciting. And just before we finish, and before I hand over to you to ask questions, I want to say that there were certain plants in Gunung Mulu that have proved to be extraordinarily important in terms of what we're doing. Let's look at the little violet flowers that look like a bunch of grapes that were immediately outside Moon's and my bedroom. They looked like they had little, in the morning we got up and they had little dewdrops on them. And this was this was called the, what was it called? A Genting tree, was it? I can't remember exactly either. I've got it written down. But that has been proven to be so valuable. Very, very interesting. It's in the new formula. The other one that was absolutely incredibly important for spiritual issues was, of course, the droplet that we collected from the beautiful monophilia glauca. That was Sudarshan who collected the drops. We got a little film of that. Extremely, extremely important, that formula. It was extremely important indeed. And the absolute key to the spiritual issues that we are coping with today. And the other one that was absolutely imperative was moss. And that was Celine who collected the moss. And she actually said to me when she collected it, Professor, this is for the mrgakariocytes. And she was 100% correct. So moss, that's why we've called the new formula moss ivy. And again, when I went to Barbados, I went to the ancient gullies, and what was so extraordinary is that the whole of the gullies were covered in jade lichen and this extraordinary Lycopodium moss. Incredible. It's the most ancient plant existing still on the planet, moss. And again, lichen. We know that the lichens are extraordinary and that they form a cross with our relationships, that they form a cross with our connection with the ancestors and the connection with the future of our lives and all our chosen loved ones and all our friends and all of you, part of Phytobiophyscis and part of this extraordinary journey that is absolutely vital. So do you think that that trip was a waste of time? Oh my God, no. Because without that moment when we stood around and formed the prayer and we asked for help, all of you who came with us, each of you played a role in some of this vitally important research. And if you think for 1 minute that Phytobiophyscis is not one of the most valuable forms of medicine on this planet, then think again. We are here, we are capable of dealing with it, and we always have been, because we are blessed. We are blessed with knowledge which goes way, way, way beyond what is normal and relevant. And I know that, a long time after I'm gone, all of you wonderful young people will have the ability to do something extraordinary in your lives. And I can't really reiterate that more. And for those of us oldies, we've played a role, we've played a part in all of this.